Learn Spanish. Today we're going to talk about Possessives, Part 1. Aprendiendo Español, los posesivos, Parte 1. Hola, en esta lección vamos a hablar de los posesivos. In this lesson, we are going to talk about possessives in Spanish. In Spanish, we use articles in front of the nouns. Do you remember what an article is? Well, let me refresh your memory. We have two kinds of articles: the definite articles and the indefinite articles. The definite articles are el, la, los, las, meaning the. And the indefinite articles, un, una, unos, unas. And they mean una, meaning one or a, and unos, unas, some. What if we want to know who the objects belong to? Well, this is when we use pronouns to show possession. In English, possession or ownership is expressed by using an apostrophe and the letter S. However, in Spanish, there are several ways to show possession, and one way is to use the word de, meaning of. There is no apostrophe S in Spanish. So, let me show you some examples. El dinero es de Carla. It is Carla's money. Son los abuelos de Pepe. They are Pepe's grandparents. ¿De quién es el libro? Whose book is it? Note that de quién goes together to mean whose. It literally means of whom. Also, remember that when we have de plus el, the article el, it contracts to del. For example, la casa del niño, the child's house. But la casa de los niños, the children's house. When we use proper names such as María or Pablo, we can say el gato de María, el gato de Pedro. We do not use any articles in front of the names of people. However, when we use nouns such as el hombre or la mujer, we need to use the article. And when that happens and we have de plus el, as in the case of el hombre, we have to contract it and make del. But we leave alone the others, de la, de las, and de los. For example, el gato es del hombre. The cat is the man's. El gato es de la mujer. The cat is the woman's. Las gatas son de los niños. The cats are the children's. Las gatas son de las niñas. The cats are the children's. When we use the titles such as Mr., Mrs., or Miss, and in Spanish, señor, señora, señorita, we use the article in front of those words, such as el gato del señor Sánchez, la gata de la señora Trejo, el gato de la señorita García. So, why don't we practice? De quién es, I will present an image, and you answer es de, and you give me a name. Okay, so let's begin. ¿De quién es? You should have gotten es de Carlos, or you can have a complete sentence. El carro es de Carlos. ¿De quién son? Los libros son de Teresa. Or you can simplify by saying son de Teresa. ¿De quién es? El lápiz es de Juan. Or es de Juan. ¿De quién son? Los cuadernos son de Rita. Or, if you want to simplify, you can say son de Rita. What if we want others to know who the objects belong to? This is when we use possessive adjectives. For example, mi lápiz, tu lápiz, su lápiz. Mi casa, tu casa, su casa. If there are more than one, we say mis lápices, tus lápices, sus lápices. Mis casas, tus casas, sus casas. When the object is one, the possessive adjectives mi, tu, su is also one. For example, mi perro, tu perro, su perro. When the object is more than one, the possessive adjectives mis, tus, sus also more than one, meaning plural. For example, mis perros, tus perros, sus perros. Remember that in Spanish, the possessive adjectives agree in number with the person or thing owned. Yes, people too. Some examples include mi prima, mi primo, tu abuela, tu abuelo. So you have more than one. Mis primas, mis primos, tus abuelas, tus abuelos. Tu without the accent means possession, meaning your, while tu with the accent is the personal pronoun, meaning you. The pronunciation is the same, but the spelling is different because one has an accent. Tu without the accent means possession, your, while tu with the accent is the personal pronoun, meaning you. So when you have tu with the accent plus a verb, or sometimes people forget to put the accent, but if it goes before the verb, they're probably meaning to write you. So don't forget the accent in order to mean the personal pronoun, you. Tu without the accent, followed by a noun, it is meant to be meaning your, possession. In the case of su, it can mean his, her, its, your in the formal form. So how do we know who owns something? For example, a phone or telephone. So you would write su teléfono, but who owns it? His telephone, her telephone, your telephone in the formal, Pepe's phone, Alicia's phone. Who knows? Well, in times of confusion, we use de when we want to make clear who owns something. For example, you have an object plus de plus a person's name. Some examples include el teléfono de Cecilia, el teléfono de María, el teléfono de Rubén, el teléfono de Mariela, el teléfono de usted, el teléfono de él, el teléfono de ella, el teléfono del doctor. So let's practice what we have learned so far. I will show you a picture or image of some vocabulary and in between parentheses the person to whom it belongs. Then I will give you some time and then the correct answer. Let's begin. You should have gotten mi lápiz. El gato del señor Pérez. But if you know who we're talking about, it should be su gato. Tu camisa. Mi carro. El pantalón de Pedro or su pantalón. la hamburguesa de Ariana, or su hamburguesa. Muy bien, that's it for this video. I hope this lesson made sense to you. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, and if you do, place them in the section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for updates on new Spanish video lessons. Gracias por ver mi video. Hasta el próximo video.